Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. I thought this may catch some of your attention because Karen Huger of Real Housewives of Potomac requested all her DUI charges to be dismissed due to an illegal search. But Karen Darling, Grand Dame of Potomac, the request has been denied. Okay. So on people.com, the story reads like this: R. Hops, Karen Huger's request to dismiss DUI case denied due to illegal search while detained. The evidence seized in this case was obtained as a result of an illegal search and seizure, Huger's lawyers argued in a motion obtained by People. As some of you may know, a few months ago, Karen Huger had an accident and the police believed alcohol to be the cause. I believe she hit a tree. She was driving recklessly. She was driving aggressively. And if you watch Real Housewives of Potomac, you already know Karen's drinking problem or alleged drinking problem has been a topic of conversation for a minute. I don't think I'm gonna do reviews of Housewives of Potomac or any reviews right now due to lack of time, but I may try reporting on the Housewives news. I have been a day one Potomac watcher, so I am a fan of all of the OGs. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what you have done. I am a true fan of all of the original cast. It takes a lot, for me to be like, oh, when a newbie comes around, oh, I like them. They're not an OG. So anyway, Karen Huger is currently on Real Housewives of Potomac. The season is airing, and she's mums the word about her situation because she is trying to fight the case. This is her second DUI, by the way. So anyway, on with the article. A judge has denied Karen Huger's request for the dismissal of her DUI case. According to a motion obtained by People, the Real Housewives star, 61, filed paperwork on July 11th to suppress statements and evidence from her DUI arrest after claiming she incriminated herself during a custodial interrogation without being read her Miranda rights. So she's trying to find a loophole. Her and her lawyers are trying to find a loophole or some kind of leak in the system, same as another person, Ernesto Williams, who I am reporting on, who I am uploading videos about. Him and his people are trying to find a leak in the system. And he's probably guilty, allegedly. And Karen definitely, allegedly, was drinking and driving. So instead of just saying, hey, I did it, let me go to rehab, I got a problem, blah, 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 she's going to, take the legal route and try to erase it, try to get it dropped. All right, back to the article. The motion claims that Huger argued that the evidence seized in this case was obtained as a result of an illegal search and seizure, kind of like Ernesto Williams. Now, if they go ahead and the judge allows them to suppress evidence due to illegal search and seizure, I think most of his cases will be gone. But, Karen's just fighting this DUI case. The defendant was told she was not free to leave. Huger's lawyers wrote she was not read her Miranda warnings, indicating that the information she would provide them would be used in the filing of criminal charges against her. On July 25th, a judge submitted a response denying the request, stating that based on past Supreme Court cases, Huger's roadside investigation did not require her to be read Miranda rights. That's what I was thinking. The defendant's statements were not obtained as a result of custodial interrogation because some of her statements were made while emergency medical services, EMS, personnel were treating the defendant for potential injuries, the ruling read. The defendant's statements made during this time were free and voluntary and were stated out loud while in the presence of police officers. Karen, you should have been quiet, girl. But the wreck was so bad. Additionally, statements made after the defendant was examined by EMS personnel were not obtained as a result of a custodial interrogation because the defendant's subsequent statements were made while the defendant was temporarily detained pursuant to a traffic stop, it added. The defendant's statements should not be suppressed, and the defendant's motion to suppress should be denied. As background, the court also provided details of what the scene of the crash looked like, when officers arrived. The following alleges officers found 2 beers. Oh my God. See, at first, they be doing some false reporting, because at first they said they found Stella Rosa. Stella Rosa in her car. The following alleges officers found 2 beers in Huger's Maserati, which was off the road in a grassy area with its airbags deployed. Officers additionally observed the driver of the vehicle, the defendant, unsteady on her feet, swaying, stumbling, and slurring her speech. Dang, Karen was loaded. The documents continue to allege. Furthermore, the initial caller spoke to officers on scene and indicated that prior to police arrival, the defendant appeared confused, and the caller smelled alcohol while interacting with the defendant. Dang. The caller told on him. I wonder what a caller is. Huger was allegedly temporarily detained for less than 10 minutes before being placed under arrest. People did not immediately hear back from Huger's lawyer for comment. In Touch was the first to report the story. I couldn't find that In Touch article right away. Following her arrest in March, Huger spoke out about the incident in a statement to TMZ. Thank you for all your prayers and well wishes during this very frightening experience, she said. I am still in shock from last night's incident, but grateful to be alive today. With the passing of my beloved mother, grief comes and goes in waves, and with Mother's Day approaching, it has felt more like a tsunami. And that I totally understand. I can relate to Karen when it comes to the grief of losing both your parents. My father passed first, and it almost took me out, like literally, and not right away, but just the extended period of time that I was going through the different levels of grieving could have taken me out of here. It could have taken me out of here. Seriously. So I get it, but Huger, whose parents both died in 2017, added, last night I met a girlfriend for dinner. We talked and brought up some very emotionally sensitive topics. I was crying on my way home and saw a car heading right for me. I swerved to avoid the head-on collision, hit the divider, and then a tree. I'm hurt, bruised up a bit, but so grateful I am alive. I did receive citations, one of which was unrelated to the incident, which is understandable. But what was most surprising is that the car that almost hit me just drove away. Okay, Karen. She encouraged others to understate your emotional state. She encouraged others to understate your emotional state before getting behind the wheel. Before getting behind the wheel, before concluding to crediting her mother, whom she called her guardian angel, and her seatbelt for saving her life. I don't get that part. She encouraged others to understate your emotional state. I don't get that part. All right, but look, here's one of the comments. She needs to own up. She has enough money to where she didn't have to drink and drive. I'm sure she has a drinking problem. That's all they do on the show is drink alcohol all day long. You barely see a scene where alcohol is not involved. Come on, Karen, you way too old for this. Now, I totally agree with Michelle. Whoever Michelle is, she does have enough money to not necessarily have a driver, but take an Uber. And then also the drinking problem part, it has been up for discussion, and Sharice all but went on there and, well, she did call her a drunk, basically. She's like the drunk of Potomac, and they live in a small area. I'm not familiar with the area, but they live in a small area. I'm sure the word has traveled, and Sharice and Karen have known each other for years. So Michelle's right on that. They do drink a lot on the show, but you don't have to drink. Notice a lot of times Ashley is drinking Coronas because she has a drink, but she's not going to get drunk off of drinking, 1 or 2 Coronas. Come on, Karen, you're way too old for this. And yes, Karen, you're 61. And this is your second DUI. You just got to plan ahead. If you know you're going somewhere to drink, or you already leaving your house or leaving another place and you've been drinking, you probably should go home, or you probably should get Uber, or you should probably tell your friend to come pick you up or something. But anyway, so Karen's going to have to go to trial. I believe the trial is in December. It's going to be a 2-day trial. I can't wait to see, everybody else's, coverage and reports of it. Hopefully you guys are interested in this story. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. Bye.